Hi, good morning. I
I
wasn't
can
getting
hear you.
video, but I think I am now.
Perfect.
And I am zooming in from Gilbert, Arizona this morning.
I saw a couple people from Arizona, I think. So we might have a couple people right in your backyard.
Yeah, what's up, Samantha from Scottsdale? Good to see you. Matthew from Texas and Robin from Bentonville. Kathy, oh, I recognize it. Hi, Kathy. Glad to have you on from Menifee, California. I'm excited, guys. This is cool.
We've got people from all over. So this is exciting. It looks like people are still joining in. So while we're giving that a few more minutes, Kathy Ryan said, hi, Kayla.
Kathy, it's so great to have you on here. You are going to love today. I think that zBuyer, I just was talking with Jordan and I said they're the peanut butter to our jelly. This is just going to fit so well in with what you're already doing with Zoodealio. I'm so excited you're here today.
Of course, a little backstory while we're waiting for more people to join in. Someone from Kayla's team had reached out to Eva, who's our affiliate manager with the company. And the conversation just kind of started from there, talking about what exactly Zoodealio does. Eva shared what we do. And of course, you guys had some backstory from some members that are using your service who also used us. And it was kind of, sparks flew, the fireworks went off, the stars were aligned perfectly. We found a company that really, pairs so well with our marketing and what we do. It looks like Sue said, I'm using you both, rock on. So that's exactly what we're looking for, the peanut butter to the jelly. And, you all are the sandwich that puts us together, so to say. So, we found the, perfect pair to what we do. And it's awesome because there's CRM companies, there's every kind of tool you could ever imagine out there in the, real estate market. But to find, another company that aligns so well with what we do is just amazing for our subscriber base, amazing for the homeowners that are looking for options. So we're glad we came together and excited to be on here and share some of this with all of you.
Yes, absolutely. And so excited to have you as well, Sue. We just are just love working with you, the whole team. So thanks for joining us today as well.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I say we go ahead and get started, Kayla. A little bit about myself. Again, I'm from zBuyer. I'm the product specialist with the company. And I've been here for several years now. I've worked my way up from sales into other management levels and now a product specialist role. So the exciting thing about what I do is I, talk all day long with agents across the country, some rock stars, some super high performing levels that are using our service and figuring out exactly what they are doing that helps them, perform at such a high level. What are the tools that they're using? What kind of systems do they have in place? So that's the, focus of my job is, figuring out what exactly can we do to constantly improve our product. And then what else can we do to, help coach and guide other agents using our product to be as successful as they can be.
Yes, well, zBuyer has certainly been just a leader in the industry for many, many years. So an honor to be with you here, Jordan. And it's been a pleasure working with you so far. You are just incredible. So I'm not surprised to hear you say that you've worked your way up and are really doing big things for zBuyer. So really cool. I'm Kala Laos. I'll give my little intro of who we are. I'm the CEO of Zoodealio. And what Zoodealio is, we say we are a place where every agent is an iBuyer. And what do we mean by that? Well, the real estate landscape is changing and billions of dollars are flooding into our industry to literally change the way real estate is bought and sold. And now sellers are being marketed to with all of these different offers and options. And it can be confusing, not even for the sellers, but also for us as real estate agents. And so what Zoodealio does is it gives you a complete iBuyer solution so that you can bring your sellers offers, options, creative ways for them to sell and buy real estate. And we do this through an online marketplace that we call our offer dashboard. So we'll see a little bit more of all of that here in a few minutes. But yeah, that's just a quick little overview of who we are and what we do.
Awesome. Well, Kayla, I know you said you're the CEO. How long, has Zoodealio been a project? How long did it take to, bring this vision to life? And how long have you guys been in business now?
That is a great question. And if I may, could I share my screen here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let's see. There we go. Okay, so you asked a question and it was part of kind of my backstory and something that, I like to share to give people context. So I wanted you to have the visual aid to go with it. But you asked, how long has Zoodealio been a company and how long have we been at this venture? So I just wanted to share kind of our backstory quickly. That's me, and those are the other founders of Zoodealio. And we're actually sitting in the United States District Courtroom. Because as I mentioned, real estate's changing, billions of dollars are coming into the space. And I'm guessing you've heard of iBuyers, right? We've heard of Opendoor and OfferPad and Redfin now, and we saw what happened with Zillow offers, but I'm guessing you've heard of them, but I'm guessing you've probably never been sued by one. And that is my team and I, and we're sitting in the courtroom defending ourselves against a lawsuit from one of these billion-dollar iBuyers. And I like to share this context because I think it's really important for us all to be aware of what is happening in the industry. And so a little backstory about myself. I'm a real estate practitioner first and foremost. I got my real estate license 18 years ago with my husband in Gilbert, Arizona, and we sold houses. We were crushing it. We, just did really well when the market tanked. We pivoted and adapted. And he and I had the pleasure and honor of selling about 2,000 homes, just us. And then we started to decide, let's grow a brokerage. So we opened a brokerage and, we've brokered and mentored hundreds of agents over the years. And I do own a real estate brokerage in Gilbert, Arizona as well. I've been to Inman, I've been on main stage talking about growing a contagious brokerage. I've been a part of Gary Vaynerchuk's Agent 2021. I've been flown by Remax and other organizations across the world to speak on real estate and having success in real estate. So I'm sharing all of this not to impress you, but just to impress upon you that I know a thing or two about real estate. I've been in this game and I'm a practitioner first. And what happened was our team, Elliot and Keith and my husband Jason and I, we were working together here in the residential brokerage, and we discovered a lead generating method that we were crushing it at. And the method was people wanted cash offers on their homes. So we would go get the cash offers from the iBuyers and we would share with the seller all of their offers and options. And we decided one day that the cash offer, it was the new CMA. Like sellers wanted to see this cash offer. It was way more of a compelling value proposition than, just seeing your comparative market analysis. And so we had an idea, and the big idea was, let's bring all of these offers online. And so we created a company. It was called Offervana, and this was about 4 years ago now. We created Offervana to do just that. Bring these offers and options online for sellers so that they could see all of their options in one place. And we built this multi-offer platform, gave them access into it, and then we unleashed it into the marketplace. And oh my goodness, our results were just mind-blowing. It was incredible. We were just amazed at all of the opportunities and all of the closings that resulted in this. We had sellers accepting offers right from the system, never even maybe scheduling a Calendly with us to talk about the offer. And it was just incredible. And so we just saw that, wow, this is such a powerful and compelling thing in the marketplace. Well, we got the attention of some venture capitalists, and I tell the story of this because it's so fitting. We flew to August one afternoon, and we met with this company, and we were talking about growing Offervana throughout the U.S. And kid you not, the very next day when we got back, we were served with this lawsuit. and it was from OfferPad, and they said that they had a problem with our name. They said that they owned the word offer and that we couldn't use that name. And we were going, are you kidding me? It was just such a classic case of trademark bullying. And it was interesting. We found over 100 other companies in the marketplace with the name Offer. None of them were being sued. I mean, there's an Offer Depot out there, guys. It's insane. And so what we realized is that we were onto something. We also realized, after fighting this lawsuit for quite a while and deploying a lot of capital at it, that we couldn't afford to defend ourselves against this anymore. So brings me back to that day in the United States District Courtroom when we had to make some really hard decisions. And the first decision was we were going to give up on Offervana, and it was very sad. It was a just really, really sad time. We had spent so much of our heart and our soul and our money, and we had just really created this amazing brand, and it was having awesome success, but we gave it up because we couldn't continue to fight this billion-dollar company at defending our name. And here's where Zoodealio comes into play, because in that moment, what we also realized is that this real estate landscape is changing. And realtors need to be armed with something that will allow them to compete against these billion-dollar real estate tech brokerages. And so that day we also made another decision. And that decision was we were going to create the Offervana tool for all real estate agents across the United States to use and compete against these real estate tech companies. So that is when Zoodealio was born, I like to say. So kind of a little bit of a backstory, Jordan, but I think it gives a lot of context on how much we believe in this and how passionate we are about this.
No, that's amazing. One thing I've got to jump in and say real quick. Personally, I like the name Zoodealio better. It's fun to say. Like, people have made fun of me as I've walked around the office for the last week, been preparing for this and, coaching our team and, bringing everyone up on, this amazing tool and, me saying Zoodealio. Like, I love saying it. It's a fun name to say. And, it's exciting, seeing this and seeing how hard, you and your team fought for something that you believed in. And like you said, the market's changing. And this gives, everyone a tool to compete against these, multi-million, billion-dollar companies. This puts, a brand new agent at the same level as anybody else in the game. So this gives everyone that fighting chance that they need and deserve.
Yes, absolutely. And so we have been in the marketplace since January of this year, and we've had just amazing growth. We've partnered with some incredible realtors across the country. A few of them are on the call today, and we're excited, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm excited too. To share a little bit of zBuyer with you all. I have to say, I don't have quite the exciting story that Kala does. Thankfully, I'm glad that we didn't have to go through some of that. But we've been in business since 2003. We've definitely been here for a few minutes now. And let's see. Kala, are you able to see my screen here with this presentation?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect. Our motto that we've had since 2003 now is home buyer and seller leads simplified. We want to make this simple for the agent. Online marketing, lead generation, there's a couple things that it is, one thing that it's not as easy. So we want to make this easy. We want to take the hard work out of this and allow agents to come to zBuyer and rely on us to, have the knowledge, the expertise, and knowing just about every market across the United States and what tactics we need to use there to generate the highest quality leads that we can. Now, in these over 18 years, 37,796. That's the number of real estate agents, investors, lenders, and wholesalers that we've worked with. This is a number that we are proud of. These are people that have came into our platform, people that have left and came back, people that come into the platform for several months, fill up their funnel and database, go work that and come back to us. And we have people that have been with the company almost since the very beginning. We've picked up some amazing names and some large agents across the way that use our product and talk about us. And, we'll go to bat for zBuyer any day to talk about how we're something that's changed their business and helped grow their business. So this number here is a number that we're proud of, and just about anyone in our office could tell you this number off the back of their hand. Now, as far as, kind of the company history and where we came from, zBuyer was kind of, a closet experiment that started. We're owned by a family of realtors, and it started out as our CEO was doing some investing. His son was going to college, and zBuyer came across in the beginning as kind of a school project. From there, over the years, it transformed into what it is. Our CEO originally was using some of these tactics and what we were doing years ago to find his own investment properties. And then he saw, the potential of what this was and how this was something that agents, investors, wholesalers, people across the whole country could utilize. So much like Zoodealio, this was something that started out for, their own use. But once the potential was seen and once the scale of this was brought to light and what this could turn into, I don't think we've really taken our feet off the gas since then, and constantly growing and evolving the company to where now, we've worked with almost 38,000 professionals over the years, and we're in every single county across the United States. Kayla, I want to kind of jump from here. They know a little bit about us, and kind of go into what we do. And, like you said, how we're the peanut butter to your jelly, or, jelly to peanut butter, so to say, because that's what I think is the really exciting part.
Yes, absolutely, Jordan. And really cool to hear the backstory on zBuyer as well. And yeah, so very exciting. So when I say that we are a complete iBuyer solution, and I guess I'm going to put a little asterisk on that. And I think that the asterisk is that we don't actually generate seller leads for you. And so when you and I were talking, it just was such a natural fit because zBuyer does do the generating of the seller leads. So let me just back up a little, and I guess I'll share, what Zoodealio is from our software perspective, and kind of give you, kind of show you a little bit what that looks like so that you can see what I mean here. And some of the stuff that I have here today, I'm just going to breeze right through, because I think that if you're on this call, by the way, if you are on this call today, I just want you to say, congratulations, right? Good job. You're taking action in your business and you are still going strong when the majority of the industry is taking it off. So I'm so proud of you for continually investing in your business and learning new things. So what we learned, though, through our experience being sued by an iBuyer and what we were doing in the marketplaces, we learned kind of what happens behind the scenes and how it all works. And we kind of have access to all of that information that, had we never ventured into that space, we would have never been aware of. And we really were able to figure out what sellers want. And what we know that they want is they want convenience, they want certainty, and they want transparency of cost, right? And so because of this, what we're seeing is this interesting research coming out that's supporting this. There's some recent research on the iBuyer report from 1000 Watt that said 77% of sellers would give up 5 to 10% of their equity for an easy home sale. And so what we know is that it's backing it up. So the research is backing up what we saw sellers wanting as well. And then also, I think what we're all seeing is the growing market share of iBuyers. And so here's a map of the US kind of depicting the iBuyer market share and kind of what's happening. And you'll look in a market like Phoenix, which is my market, the iBuyer market share is over 12%. So out of, that is a huge percentage of the market that they have here in the Phoenix area. There are, like I think in North Carolina, there are some higher iBuyer percentages in their markets. And you can see that the percentages are just kind of growing across the US. Now, what I want to share with you is this is an incredible opportunity. So if you are watching and you are looking at, if you're watching from Arizona and you're in the Phoenix market and you see that the market share is 12%, my question to you is, what's your solution in competing? What's your solution in providing these solutions to your leads and to your clients? And if you're in a market that you're looking at and it's grayed out and maybe market share for iBuyers isn't there yet, that is also incredible opportunity for you, because now you get to lead gen like the iBuyers and you get to give them the solutions that they want and you get to be the leader in your marketplace. So incredible opportunity from my perspective, from wherever you are in the US right now in this space. What we've also learned is that in iBuyer markets, over half of all of the homes that hit the MLS have already received an iBuyer offer. So this means that the consumer wants these offers and options. What I love about zBuyer is they're able to get you connected with those leads of sellers that want these offers and options. But kind of here's an interesting thing though that is really important for us to all kind of marinate on. And that is, just because someone asks for that cash offer, right? Even though they want the certainty and the convenience, they don't always accept the iBuyer offer. So this information is just really important to always keep front and center. So the data is that about 5% of sellers who request cash offers accept it. But here's where the opportunity lies. The opportunity lies in the individuals that don't accept the cash offer, because what we're learning is that 45% of these sellers go on to list their home on the open market within 6 months. So we are realizing that the cash offer request is the best seller lead of all time. I know zBuyer has learned that as well, because we are literally getting sellers to raise their hand and say that they are thinking about making a move soon. And so what Zoodealio does is we turn every agent into an iBuyer. We empower you with the cash offers and the selling solutions in your market. So here's how it works. And if you're using zBuyer and you have a lead coming through, then what you're able to do is you're able to connect that right with your Zoodealio platform. And we also have a really cool photo uploader for the seller so that the seller can give you more information about their home. You also can upload photos on their behalf. So for instance, maybe you get the photos and you want to upload them for us, you can do that as well. And then we also have the offer and lead management platform. So you're going to be able to instantly receive these. Well, not instantly. The offers can take a couple days depending on the offer type, but you're going to be able to get these offers right into your dashboard, and you're going to be able to see them, and then you're going to be able to share them with your seller. And you're, depending on where you're at in the market, will depend on how many or what offerings are available. You can also see the photos through your management platform. You can see all of the details from the seller. We work with Zoodealio through we work with zBuyer through a Zapier integration, and so it just flows right through into your agent platform. And then also what your seller will get is they will get an offer dashboard with these offers and options that are available to them in their marketplace. And they're able to look at these digitally. A lot of agents may be taking this to a listing appointment and pulling it up. You may want to share it with them via email. You can text it to them. So there are a variety of ways for the seller to get this offer dashboard. But the really cool thing is it gives them the opportunity to, accept an offer or list their home with you. So we are always driving it back to you, the realtor. It's our goal here at Zoodealio is to really empower you. There's some other cool functionality that I think is important just to kind of note. You are notified when there are digital reactions taken to the offer dashboard. For instance, when the seller opens it up, your text that information, your text if they take digital reactions on any of the offers or if they rate them. And then of course, on the other side, the seller is notified as well when there are new offers in their dashboard for them to review. So does that kind of—
Quick question, Kayla.
Yeah.
And sorry there, my audio completely disconnected. You know, the Zoom professionals here are having a little bit of trouble today. But is someone able to send out those offers to the homeowner and update it as more offers continue to come in? Because I know you said sometimes offers can come in after a few days, some might come in sooner. So is that going to automatically update?
Yes. So the agent remains completely in control of this process. So the agent gets to determine when they want those offers shared. And we have some agents that maybe they're getting, maybe they know that we're going to be getting 3 offers. And so maybe they're going to wait until the other offer is ready and send them both at the same time. So that's a real, we share that that's a great strategy, is to wait until you have them and then share them all at once. But it's kind of depending on how the agent wants to run that.
Right. So they're completely in control though, which is awesome. It allows them to move at their own speed and also match the speed of the homeowner and what their time frame looks like.
Absolutely. And that's something that we've kind of recently been sharing because we're seeing more of it. And that is that many times when a homeowner requests the cash offer, they may need an updated offer in 45 days. They may want an updated offer, 30 days after that, and that's okay. That just becomes your high-level follow-up when you're working with your cash offer leads. And that's just your, when you connect back with them, that's your script. Your script is, hey, the market's changed. Would you like me to get you an updated cash offer? And so you can always be thinking about that as well. And we welcome you to, let us know, hey, will you get us an updated offer on this? We would love to do that.
Yeah, and that makes great follow-up points and touch points for agents using the service to reconnect with everybody. If you don't mind real quick, I want to share something that shows some time frames of people coming through our marketing and what that looks like, because I think it kind of ties into how important it is to being able to get those updated offers.
That's awesome. Let's see it.
So this right here is just a very high level statistic of what we see. Transaction ready now, homeowners coming through saying they're looking to sell as soon as possible. We see this to be 20%. Now, 1 to 3 months being 8%, 6 to 12 months, 72%. So this transaction ready now category, this is amazing for those offers to have within a few days and bring these homeowners, the options they're looking for right away. 1 to 3 months, you're still going to have people moving through the decision-making process at that point. But 6 to 12 months, being able to reach out to Zoodealio and say, hey, can you get me some updated offers? And then representing those to the homeowner, showing them how the market has changed, why it might be a better time, especially when they're ready to move forward. The other great thing that I see is using this, possibly at the 4 to 5 month mark to get updated offers and come back to them and get the ball moving a little bit faster than what they might think they're ready for, and showing them why, their mindset was here, but the market says this is the good time. Let's talk about what your options are.
That's very compelling information, Jordan.
Thank you. And I think, were you jumping into some more as far as the offers, Kayla, what that looks like?
Sure. And so let's see. We also have a question, and I think it's from Megan, and she wanted to know, how does the Zoodealio website integrate with zBuyer? What would the agent and client experience look like? And we're going to show you that very soon here, Megan. So bear with us. Great question. So Megan asked what the integration would look like. And so I want to show you that it's very simple to integrate with your Zapier and pull that screen up for you so you can get an idea of what that looks like here. And it's really simple. Okay, so to connect your zBuyer to Zoodealio, you would just use a Zapier function. And so that's really simple to do. And then I want to show you how it looks. What your seller will see is that offer dashboard that I had shared. So your seller is going to be able to see this with their offers and their options, and they're going to be able to see this alongside what you will list the home for on the open market. That is information you put into the system. So it's your opinion of what the home will sell for and etc. And then of course the offers will come from Zoodealio. You can push those to the seller's dashboard when you choose to do that. So you get to see them first. You get to have a once over on all of the offers before they're showed to your seller. And from a management perspective, you're going to be able to see all of your lead details right from your dashboard. So you're going to have this dashboard where all of your clients are. You can pull up any of the details. You can look at the offers that have came in. You can see any photos that the seller has uploaded, etc.
Hey, Kayla, I see in the chats here, Mark asked a really good question. Is Zoodealio making the cash offer? And if so, how do we, them as the agent, profit from an accepted cash offer?
Excellent question. So is it too soon, Jordan, for me to kind of go into some of the offers and offerings that we have? Because I think that that'll answer.
Definitely.
Okay, awesome. Let's dive into
that.
Let's do it. So we'll talk a little bit about the offers and the options that we have. So we like to call these the easiest ways to move. We have a straight cash offer that we can provide, and that's just a cash offer to the seller, very simple. They pick their closing date, similar to that open door offer pad Redfin Now experience. We have another compelling offering that is doing very well in the marketplace, and that's our sell and stay program. And sell and stay is where it's just that the seller is able to sell their home with a cash offer, cash out, and then they're able to rent their own home back for up to 12 months. And then another program that we have is turning that potential buyer into cash. So many sellers, they're also buying their next home. And so maybe they don't need to take a cash offer. Maybe they can just use the Become a Cash Buyer program to purchase their next home in cash and be competitive. And maybe that solves their problem. And then another option that we have is our Trade-in Plus program, and that is the most seamless, high-touch, white glove experience, because what that does is it really gives the seller that cash offer, so they don't have to get their home ready for showings, they don't have to put it on the market, they don't have to deal with strangers roaming through their halls, and so they really like that cash offer. But then also we turn them into a cash buyer when they buy their next home. So we're really able to do everything very seamlessly. Now, your question about the commission, I wanted to just also share our coverage map because we get asked this question a lot. Where are we providing offers? And right now, as you look across the map that I have here, we're providing offers in 47 states, everywhere except Alaska, Hawaii, and New York. So we are providing offers. There are some minimal population density requirements that must happen. So if it's a rural area, we may not be able to deliver on that cash offer if there's not 300 people per square mile. But by and large, we're able to service a large portion of the United States with our cash offerings. Now, the cool thing is, and the question that Mark raised is, how do you make money on this? So you will always be paid a commission. That commission amount will be anywhere between 2% to 3% if it's a cash offer. If it's a situation like that sell and stay program and the seller accepts that cash offer, but they rent their home back, you will also have the opportunity to list that home on the open market. And the neat thing about that is, if you're selling homes to iBuyers, what do we know happens? Well, that iBuyer then takes it into their inventory, their yard sign goes up in the yard, and you lose that opportunity to leverage that listing for more business. And so the neat thing with the programs that we have where the property is going to be relisted, we structure that to where you're able to relist that on the open market. So in those scenarios, the commission is anywhere from 5.5% to 6%. Keep in mind that a portion is paid out to the buyer broker from that. So there's always a commission. It is always disclosed to you in that offer, and you're always aware of that right away. One other note on the offers, Jordan, is as you're looking at this map, we have starred the locations where the cash offers are just ultra competitive. Looking at the map, and you are in one of those markets where we've started and you have these exceptional cash offers, like to scratch your head, this is so good. Why is this so good? That happens. And so keep in mind that if you're in these markets, you can really capitalize on some pretty incredible cash offers. So I kind of notated all of that out. I also want to share with you that we do ongoing trainings. And so we do have an offer training coming up on Tuesday, December 28th. And we have another one coming up, I believe, on Tuesday, January 4th. So we do ongoing offers trainings, kind of keeping you up to speed on what's going on in the offers.
That's awesome, Kayla. Are these trainings a regular thing that people can continuously tune into and ask questions?
Yes, absolutely. So let me share with you. There it is. What we have coming up are our open help desks, and this is a great time for you to get on and ask any questions that you have about the platform, about functionality, about how things work, maybe how to optimize. Maybe you're getting offers and you want advice on how best to present these offers, maybe strategy, etc. The open help desk is all things. You can get on there and literally get help all things. So we do that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. We will be off on Friday the 24th, and we will also be off on Friday, December 31st. But those are ongoing. And then we are doing an offers training. Those are noted on the screen as well. We have more coming up. And then we also have we do weekly coachings as well. So there are a lot of things that agents can plug into if they're looking for additional assistance, or if they're just really looking to blow up their business with this strategy, right? If you're listening to this and you're going, this just makes a lot of sense, and I really think that I could use this in my marketplace, and you just want extra guidance on how to do it, we'd love to help. So take advantage of all of our trainings. We just love to help.
That's amazing. Well, if you don't mind, Kayla, I think I want to jump over and steal the screen for a minute, because we've talked about the offers. We've talked about, what it does for the agent, the power it gives them, the options that it gives the homeowners. The next question, I think, is, where to find leads that, match the system, that, are going to feed into exactly what you guys offer. So with our sellers, we're using a cash offer marketing approach, which ties in perfectly here. We're going to put these homeowners through a questionnaire that we call the Pulse Path. But before they get to that, they're going to receive an email that'll look just like this. We'll have a picture of their property up at the top, so it's certainly going to catch their attention. Who's sending me an email with a picture of my house on here? We let them know that we're interested in their property, and that we have a team of real estate investors, agents, and direct buyers. And we've created a system that will find the market value and provide an estimated cash offer. Now, once they hit review the offer, they're going to move through our marketing path, and they're going to be asking questions. They're going to be confirming their interest. going through, letting you know a lot of valuable information. How soon are they going to be selling? We're asking if the property is already listed. They're going to confirm contact information. But one of the most important pieces here is we're letting them know it's important that they speak to a local professional first before they make any type of decision, so they understand their home's value and what their options are. Now, this is the great piece, because with Zoodealio, now you're not only able to just show them what their options are, but you're able to bring them those options as well. Not everyone has investors in their network. Not everyone is able to offer a cash offer themselves. Now you are, though, and on top of that, you're able to earn a commission just the same as if the listing was the route that you went with for this homeowner. So as they go through this and they're confirming their information, they're going through agreeing to be contacted, they're also going to give you additional things like, will they be purchasing another home, and if they'll need financing to buy, which you mentioned a couple cool pieces about, you know, getting a cash offer and allowing them to be a cash buyer for the next property, right, Kayla?
Yes, that's right.
So that makes them even more powerful in today's market. So this is, you know, a quick, easy rundown of our marketing, but we're capturing homeowners that are early on in the buying or selling process. We're getting their attention with this marketing that they have options. Like you said, a lot of people nowadays are willing to give up a portion of their home's equity to simply have less hassle. So we're finding those people that tie in perfectly with what you're doing, and then we're going to bring them to you. Now, some interesting things about our product is you can come in and you can look into the statistics of any market. So once you've gone onto our site, you're going to be able to see a breakdown of the leads coming in. So average home value, percentage of people that are willing to discount in the area, which is going to tie in perfectly to Zoodealio, as well as how many people are purchasing and will need financing to buy that next property. You're going to see lots of great information here. Now, I think another piece of our marketing that comes in so beneficial is our buyer marketing. It's something that typically we wouldn't see, you know, would partner so well with this, but with our buyer marketing, we're targeting current homeowners that are looking to sell and purchase their next property. So this is something where as you start engaging with these buyers and identifying they have a property to sell, you could upload that data to Zoodealio and you could bring them offers just like you could if it was a seller lead that had originally came in.
Yes.
For that,
you bring up a good point with that, Jordan, and I'm loving that you're touching on this. Thank you.
Yeah. And then as far as manually updating it, it's pretty much the same process to manually put a property in, right?
Yes, so there's in the back end of your agent dashboard, you have a little button that allows you to submit a property or to submit a buyer if you're wanting to either get cash offers for a seller and they're not going through the process. So maybe it wasn't a lead that zBuyer generated for you. Maybe, you know, you're reaching out to your database and you're just asking everybody in your database that's a homeowner if they're looking to maybe see what their cash offer is on their home if they're curious. You can definitely do that with Zoodealio as well. And then we will get you your cash offers just like any other lead. We treat it just the same.
Great. I see we've got a couple questions in here. First, real quick though, Kathy Ryan, she said this platform is amazing. I have 4 listings coming up from that platform, so that's awesome to hear. But
Yeah,
looks like
Kathy is exceptional, and she's you know, we always say that you've got to lead with these offers and options. You know, the realtor's role is really shifting to that home advisor, right? And we need to be more of a home advisor than a home lister. And so when you're having real estate conversations with sellers, what are you going to be sharing with them that's going to differentiate yourself from everybody else? Like, gone are the days when we can talk about our fantastic marketing plan and our 3D scan and our professional photos. Like, that is all just a given now. Sellers expect that now. And so Kathy is one of those agents that's really positioned herself as the leader in these offers and options. And you can see she's sharing her, her results. She's got 4 listings where she's been able to use this approach and turn that into a piece of business. And that's what we just get so excited about. I think a lot of us really don't take the time to sit back and look at these big brokerages that are infused with billions of dollars and growing. For instance, OfferPad, they hire agents, right? They'll hire you right now. You could go work at OfferPad and do your business there. And the thing that we're so passionate about at Zoodealio is keeping these solutions and these offers and these options branded to you, right? We want you to capitalize on this and you to be the one that really can just gain that market share and be that home advisor in your marketplace.
That's great. It looks like Sue asked a question, where do the pictures of their homes come from? Just to clarify, Sue, are you saying whenever you're uploading that to Zoodealio? Okay, referencing the pictures zBuyer provides. If so, Google. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a Google Street View image, and that's our technology going into place. So whenever we've identified a homeowner online that is showing signs that they're getting ready to make a real estate related decision, and this is a super broad terminology here, but it's part of the marketing that we've crafted over so many years now. We're going to pull back property images. We're also going to pull back statistics about their home, because whenever we send you this lead, we're going to send you an automated valuation right away and an estimated cash offer right away. These numbers aren't shared with the homeowner, but they're the starting place for you looking at the information you receive. The next thing is whenever you upload it to Zoodealio, you're going to get more concrete numbers, more exact numbers before you ever even potentially talk to the lead. Kayla, I'm looking here, and if you want to open up the Q&A pool if you don't have it, Mark is asking a couple good questions here. Can an investor, and I believe he is one, be referred to a hard money lender that is tried and true? Example, hard money cash offer on a property that needs work, settle, perform work, and refinance with conventional. That would be excellent with absentee owners in particular.
So Mark, that's a great question. And our network of buyers is growing. So we do have some qualifications and of course a little vetting process naturally, but we would love to talk with you and see if that would be a good fit. So if you would like, just reach out to me, email me, Kayla@zoodealio.com, and we can have that conversation and see if that would be something that would be, a good fit. And also you bring up a good point. We have a lot of realtors that are using this, and maybe they work with an investor, maybe they are the investor, and so they're making the offers. So that is absolutely something you can do. You have the functionality and the mechanisms in the software to make your own offers. So if you were lead generating with us and making offers with this, if you wanted to make an offer on all of your zBuyer leads that come in, you could absolutely do that as well. So great question, Mark.
That's amazing. They're able to put in their own offers, because we see with our service, we have a lot of agents that also do investing, but it might, have to be the right property, the right price range. So when they do find that right one, they put their offer in there just like they're, another offer on the table for them.
Yes, exactly.
I see a question here in the chat. So someone already has Zoodealio and they're not sure on how zBuyer pairs with it. Do I need to buy the zBuyer leads separately and feed into the Zoodealio offer dashboard? That's perfect. You nailed it right there. So if you're already set up with Zoodealio, all that you would want to do at that point is get signed up with zBuyer. If you go on, and I think Eva was going to put a link for Zoodealio's special sign-up link we have, you would go create an account. Eva or one of our sales reps will reach out and we'll help tailor, a package to fit your needs and what your market looks like. And then from there, you can work with our customer service team. And Kayla, if they need any help setting up the Zap integration, is your customer service team available as well to test it on your end?
Yes, absolutely. And I have to say hi to Dorica. She is what we've talked, and I'm so happy you're on this call. And I really believe in this as a great lead source for you. So I'm excited for you. I hope you take that plunge and start empowering Zoodealio with your zBuyer leads. I think that'd be cool. And yes, Jordan, again, yes, we are here to help. So if you're going to get if you're Zoodealio already and you're going to get the zBuyer leads, we will help you make that integration, of course. And if you're not using Zoodealio yet, we'd love to have you on as well.
Awesome. I see Omar. I know Omar's a longtime zBuyer user. He said he's excited and that he's got many people wanting cash offers because they want to buy. So that would be perfect, Omar. And Kayla, I believe that you all are running a special for people signing up coming over today. Is that right?
We are. So let me go ahead and pull that up here. So really easy to sign up for Zoodealio. If you're wanting to get started today, you just go to zoodealio.com and you just choose the appropriate plan. If you're a single agent, you would choose the single agent plan. You can do that, but we do have a yearly special that we are running. And so we wanted to share the details of that. So if you're interested in getting started with Zoodealio, we are offering a special for $5.99 for 12 months. And so you can use that promo code webinar when you go to sign up. And what it will do is it will give you a whole year. So you would just choose single agent on your pricing. You would choose a yearly plan. You would put in that code webinar. And then what it'll do is it will default the pricing to $5.99. So that is a special we are running for you today.
Hi, are you able to hear me, Kayla?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it is a day of phone issues. My goodness.
Oh, and I see Bob Milway has a question. It's good to see you on here, Bob. I'm just so excited for everything that you're doing in New Jersey. It's just so cool. But he had a question, I think, for you, Jordan. Is zBuyer running a special if we are with Zoodealio and adding zBuyer?
Yeah, that's a perfect question. So we actually do. We've got a 10% discount going on right now. And once you go through the link that Eva has been leaving in the chat, that'll get it assigned to you. And then from there, you can either reach out to Eva or one of our sales reps will be reaching out shortly. And they'll go over details for your county. They'll share with you availability and just help you tailor a package that's going to fit your needs the best. We do offer buyer leads. We offer seller leads. You can take on a combination. You also get access to our prospecting list, which is a log of age data that can be anywhere from 30 days to 24 months old. So there's a lot of different things you can do there. John, it looks like, can I add more counties to my zBuyer account with the discount? You certainly can, John. That's something that you would just reach out to your customer service rep that you're already working with and let them know that you were in the webinar today, and they'll be more than happy to assist you there. And I see one question for you, Kayla. Steve asked, can I convert my monthly plan to the annual plan?
We should be able to do that, yes. So just email support@zoodealio.com. And I believe the chat is being monitored by my team. So if you guys could weigh in and just kind of let Steve know what the next steps are for that. But yes, we could definitely do that.
And I see Jonathan here said, I'd like to sign up for both. I got to jump off. Thanks. Well, Jonathan, we will be looking forward to seeing you get started with us. Kayla, I think I can speak for you here that you'll definitely be excited to have Jonathan joining your team.
Yes, absolutely, Jonathan. We'd love to have you. We have some really exciting stuff happening, so we would love for you to be a part. And I also see a question here. Let's see, from Cindy, and I want to just speak on this for a moment. She said, has anyone had any issues with their local MLS promoting and trying to get cash offers for properties they don't have actually listed? And I'll just share my experience. Like, we're actually in the process of connecting with a couple MLSs. So I don't think that We've not had any pushback on that. They've been, in fact, what we're learning is that the MLSs and the associations, initially, I didn't know how they would view us, but they've been so receptive. And I think that because they also want to empower us realtors as well. And so we're seeing them really embrace this and they're seeing it as a way that agents can just stay relevant.
That's awesome. That's amazing that you haven't had any pushback there. I'm looking through here. I'm not seeing many more questions rolling in, but Kayla, I want to thank you again for jumping on and getting on here. This has been a great time and, really just kind of showing everybody how well our platforms can work together. And at the end of the day, make these agents even more successful than they already are.
100%. That's what it's all about. That's what we're here for. So it's been a pleasure, Jordan. Thank you.
Yeah. Everybody, Eva, if you don't mind, will you drop the link for zBuyer in there again? And if Kayla, if you want to have someone drop your Zoodealio link one more time, so make sure you guys grab these links, hang on to them. And if you have any questions, reach out to us, give us a call. We're here to help and, guide you in any way that we can. So we'd be more than happy to answer any more questions that do come up. Kayla, thank you so much. Again, it was a pleasure. Peanut butter to the jelly.
Yes, you are. Thank you, Jordan. It has been a pleasure. Have a wonderful day and a happy holiday.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.